The myth of Narcissus and Echo. The myth is told in Book 3 of Ovid's Metamorphoses, tells the intertwined stories of Echo, a mountain nymph of Mount Cithaeron, and Narcissus, a hunter from Thespiae and Boeotia. When Narcissus was born, his mother Liriope asked the prophet Tiresias if he would live a long life, to which he replied, so long as he never knows himself. Echo was renowned for her captivating voice and enchanting songs, often described as very talkative. She distracted the goddess Juno by talking for hours, while her husband Jupiter had affairs with other nymphs. Echo was cursed by Juno to not be able to speak properly, but could only repeat the last words spoken to her. This acoustic phenomenon is named after her. One day she was wandering around the mountains until she saw a handsome young man that no one could resist his charm, Narcissus. So she was following him from the shadows, silently and in love, waiting patiently for the proper moment. At some point, Narcissus felt her presence and asked, "Is anybody here?" To which Echo replied, "Here." The confusing and repetitive conversation followed. Finally he shouted, "This way, we must come together." Echo repeated happily, "We must come together." But as soon as Echo stepped out, Narcissus told her that he'd rather die than give himself to a mountain nymphs. Echo, heartbroken, took refuge in a cave and lost her appetite for food or water. Nemesis, the goddess of revenge, decided to punish Narcissus for the treatment of poor Echo. The goddess made Narcissus fall in love with his own reflection that he saw in a pond near Echo's cave. Narcissus could not leave his own reflection out of love and starved to death like Echo. But before he dies, Narcissus cried out to his reflection, "Farewell, dear boy, beloved in vain." Echo's voice repeated his last words from the cave as Narcissus drew his last breath. As the other nymphs took Narcissus into the afterlife, they wailed a sorrowful song, and Echo repeated back in sadness. Narcissus was put on the boat across the Styx into the afterlife while stared at his reflection in unrequited desire. All that was left of Narcissus was the six-petaled white flower arranged around a golden center that was named after him. Eventually Echo too began to waste away. Though she was immortal, her body faded and her bones turned to stone, until all that remained of Echo was the sound of her voice.